420. What's happening? Man, happy 420, everybody. So, we out here, man. It's another week. I appreciate everybody tuning in, looking at the week 4, checking me out and everything. I appreciate the feedback. I appreciate the phone calls and the messages. And I'm thankful and I'm grateful. And I'm positive and I'm blessed. And 4 weeks ago, 5 weeks ago now, when I first started this, I didn't see it. I didn't see it picking up. I didn't see where I would, take it. And I know I'm just starting off, but I mean, it's just a good feeling. It's just see, the efforts and the rewards that you get from your efforts. So I mean, I really appreciate it. And to all my family out there, thank y'all. To my peers, to my boys, to the women in my life, I appreciate y'all. Love y'all, and you know what I mean. Just keep it going, man. Always. 420 though, you know what I mean. Y'all already know how I feel about it. You know what I mean. Be safe. Be mindful. You know what I mean. Just do what you gotta do. It's raining outside, so I think it's like the perfect weather for this right now. Everybody's, parlaying, taking it easy. My thoughts are a little fast moving, but my heart is still, present and it's patient, and I'm patient. They got this thing called shadow work, and whenever you're doing shadow work, what shadow work is basically we got, you could say, two entities within us, right? The whole figure, we talked about it before, the duality of yourself. You got your light self, and then you got your shadow self. Now, your shadow self is somewhat like an orphan. You know what I mean? It's the part of your spirit that you say, I'm not this, I'm not that. It may be the negative part of your spirit. It may be that it is the negative part. It's the dark side of your spirit. Now, you can tell yourself that, oh, I don't got no darkness in me. I don't got no bad part in me and everything. And the thing is, God ain't make no mistakes. You know what I mean? So don't let the world tell you that, the way you feel is an abomination, is a ridicule and everything. That's a part of you for a reason. It's a part of you because you have to learn how to show love to yourself. You got to learn how to show love to the trauma within yourself, to the pain within yourself and everything. That's what's going to make you a stronger person. And it's going to make you a wholer person. So what do I mean by showing love? The shadow work is basically just, you got to treat it like an orphan, treat it like a child and everything. What does a child do when it's not getting any attention? It acts out. It's like, oh, I'm this, I'm that, you feel me? You're going to pay attention to me. And the way you can show up in your behavior is whenever, you're doing certain different activities that may not be for your best interest. The ratio in which you involve yourself in, you feel me, can bring out your shadow self a lot easier. And, you would think that that's your true self and everything. The thing is that your true self is the wholeness of you. It's not just the negative part of you. So don't think that a real person is the most negative person. A real person is a person that be like, everybody fake, everybody this, everybody that. That ain't the real. Doing shadow work is basically shedding light to your orphan inside you. Now, it's like, how do you do that? Just imagine the light within you as a father talking to his son. Hey, listen, son, I understand that, I haven't been paying attention to you. I haven't, been nurturing you. I haven't been there for you. You feel abandoned. You feel hurt. You feel pain. I understand that. But understand this, from this day moving forward, I'm going to take you with me everywhere we go. I'm going to show you that you're positive. You are positive. You are blessed. You are grateful. You are thankful. You are creative. You are ominous. You are abundant. You are patient. You are the magician. You are the Hierophant. You are the high priest. You are present. So whenever you tell your shadow self that, you grow your shadow self up into your light, and you shine light on your shadow self. And the shadow self can be attributed to the ego. Don't kill the ego. God gave you the ego for a reason. Utilize it. Make sure that your spirit and the ego is on the same page. You're an unstoppable force. at that point. So utilize the tools that God gave you, but you got to understand the tools that God gave you. And once you understand it, it's like knowing it's half the battle. You can take it wherever you want to from there. And I gotta come on here do my little teaching shit and everything, and whatever. This weekend just been real cool. The feedback, I got a couple things for the room. I got these Moto mods. I got a Android that y'all probably figured, and I got the Moto Z4. And Moto mods is basically like you can attach it to the back of your phone, and they got like a JBL Moto mod. They got a projector Moto mod. They got a Polaroid Moto mod. And other than that, y'all stay up, stay blessed. Thank y'all. Peace. What's good, y'all? Happy 420. I'm a little rundown of today. I got up, did my little workout. Went on the trail this morning. I was looking at the B. Simone documentary. She was talking about 50 days to become a millionaire, became a millionaire in 50 days. And it was just real, like, it was inspiring. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm content how everything been working out. Monday's been Monday. Stay up, stay creative, be honest with yourself, stay honest. I'ma holler. Good night. We out here. It's Tuesday, April 21st. It's something I did want to holler at y'all about. I do this thing called I wanted to experiment on myself. I wanted to experiment with an experience, right? That's what I was telling myself. But I practice this thing called semen retention, and I've been doing this for about 3 to 4 months now. Basically, I got it from a community-based organization, an idea you could say called NoFap. I've taken some things from the NoFap community, meaning that no PMO. No PMO means no pornography, no masturbation, no orgasm. Now, the reason I started practicing this is because I used to look at porn, and when it was time to perform, I would sometimes have performance anxiety. I didn't know where it was coming from. And it wasn't all the time, but it was enough for me to be like, man, what the fuck? I was like, man, ain't no damn way you supposed to be, 23, 22, or 24. You know what I mean? With, performance anxiety. You too young for that. I did a little research on this, this video came across, and it was talking about NoFap. The science of it says that when you look at that type of image, when you look at that type of scene, that type of movie, that it messes with your mind. So it drains your dopamine and your serotonin. And your dopamine and your serotonin is associated with, your good feelings, how you feel, things of that sort. Relatively speaking, you start to operate at a mundane level. A lot of your sexual vitality, energy is depleted, and, you're more so just real. For me, for anybody, hell, it plays off. You calm, you just be cool, collected. It really, it's just, to me, that's what it seems like. Relatively speaking, if you compare it to that, yeah, it's, I guess, mundane, but you be just chill. You be chill as hell. You be calm. Whenever anybody ejaculates, really. I guess whenever you do look at that, type of image, it did create anxiety in me. It did create, performance anxiety. It kind of, grew an insecurity in me. Kind of made me feel like I was not looking at that image, but always plays with your mental. I don't know if y'all know what incel means, but it kind of makes guys that it kind of makes you look at women man, these big, oh man, these slores, these whores, and it kind of makes you treat them as if you're above them or they're beneath you. It creates a fucking shadow punk, a shadow fuckboy in you. And it's not cool. It kind of plays off of your energy. You start to rationalize why the girls always want to fuck around, have sex with multiple guys. Why don't they, what they don't see in me, they're all whores. It just makes you what the fuck, bro, she in her 20s, nigga, she gonna be 20 and everything. I'm not saying that it's, the healthiest thing to, have different partners, but who am I to say, she shouldn't be doing that or she should be doing that? That's her prerogative. That's, your prerogative. That's anyone's prerogative. So I mean, and it's your life. You know what I mean? How will you know what's good for you if you don't go about it how you feel best need to go about it? Be that said, I was like, you know what I mean? It kind of creates that type of shadow energy in you. Um, and looking at that, it can give you performance anxiety, and ultimately, it can create an insecurity. So I've been trying. I've been trying it for about 2 to 3, about 2 years now, and it's been like on and off, on and off. The time before this streak, because this has been my longest streak, was about 78 days, and I was and the difference is from the 78-day streak and this streak was basically in 78 days I was always like trying to model the community, and that's why I fucked up. Like the community will always be like, "Oh, guys, I don't curse anymore. I take cold showers. You know, no estrogen, no testosterone, nothing, nothing. You know what I mean? I'm doing this. I don't curse anymore." So I was like really trying to like change, like you know what I mean. And the thing is, like God didn't make no mistake creating you. What the society may say that is a flaw within you can be your greatest gift, can be your greatest attribute. So it's like, harboring, some of the true essence of what creates me and what makes me me, you know what I mean? The, the harsh jokes or the tough love and the things that, you know what I mean, the creativity, the funny way I can go about life, or my insight. I was kind of trading that out for like augmented. Oh, this is the standard. This is the way. You know what I mean? This is the best way, and we should all model that. You know what I mean? And it was like that's not my spirituality. That's not me being an individual. That's me just falling in line, trying to, in the community, almost like a cult mentality. I kind of was betting everything on the days, on the streaks, like, oh, I got to meet 90 days. Like, I was just so, like, mark, day, 70, I was keeping up with the days. Like, right now, I'm not, so that was the difference. Like, but today, I don't keep up with the days. The way I keep up with it is by the year. Like, okay, I've been on it for a year. I've been on it for a month. I don't even know. It may be like be 4 or 5 months. I'm not even sure. I think it's. I know it's over 2 definitely. It may be 3 or 4. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna go ahead and say like 4 or 3. I'm not sure, but whatever the case may be, this is what I practice, and that's a great community. With the benefits of like semen retention is you get your vitality. And vitality is just associated with being present. You're stronger, you're more mindful, you're disciplined, and it plays off like, within your finances, within the way you live, your lifestyle, like doing this action, transcends or manifests as like discipline within you. Like, you're not looking at images. You might get urges, but you just start to breathe. It even creates opportunities for you to practice deep breathing, and that's associated with like yoga. It's associated with different avenues to create an abundance within you or an abundance within your lifestyle. And I mean, it's just amazing, just like how one idea that you can practice can turn into different ventures or different open doors for you, just as well as like praying, or just as well as like giving thanks, or just as well as positive affirmations. you know this right here gave me an avenue, and out of this spawned positive affirmations, giving thanks, praying, um, being disciplined, taking time to myself, understanding, being more empathetic, understanding, being my brother's keeper, my sister's keeper, being more patient. So, you know what I mean? And I don't give it all to this, I just give it all to the choice to, do something about it, do something about, my behavior that I felt that I should change, or a behavior that, didn't model my highest self. So it's all about, the choice. You're going to always have a choice, because everything in this realm is a duality. And the choices that you make, you know, I always say, make the choice that represents your higher self. I thought I'd do an experiment, and I disguised it as saying I want to experiment, but the truth of it is that I had an insecurity that came up again. After the no smoke, I kind of felt a little, I didn't feel as sharp. I didn't feel like, adequate. So instead of healing the insecurity, I try to combat it. You know, I've done this in the past and everything. So basically, I decided to go to the GNC and get this thing called P6 Ultimate. All right. So it is a test booster with a cognitive formula for strength, lean mass, and energy. You take 5 a day. It's about $150. Run me about $160, and you do it for how long as you want. $150 a day, 5 capsules a day is for like 30 days straight, right? So the thing is that I'm already sharp. I'm already present. Like, I'm disciplined as hell. Like, the energy is flowing through me. I'm abundant. I'm prosperous. I'm joyful. I'm my brother's keeper. I'm my sister's keeper. I'm positive. I'm thankful, and I'm grateful, and I'm secured. I kind of fell short, I guess. I felt in myself like I disguised it as an experiment. But I went and got these, and I was like, man, I never, had this longest streak. Let me see where it takes me and everything. And I took it yesterday. It's Monday. It's April 20th. But it's time to turn this thing up a whole notch, man. It's time to turn it up. It's Monday. It's 420. We out here. Let's get it. Let's get this bag. Let's get this money. Let's get these goals. Let's get this aspiration, inspiration, motivation. Anything you got to get out there, let's get it. It's now, nigga. Now. I'm out. I was me, you know what I mean? I was positive, but it gave me a headache. I'm already very focused, like, just naturally now. But, like, it gave me, like, a heavy mental focus. A mental focus where I wasn't present. A mental focus where I couldn't, like, really appreciate the moment. I couldn't really be grateful. It gave me energy that played off as it could be anxiety, or it made me, like, anxious and everything. I'm already got ramped up high energy right now, so I just placed this on top of it. My energy was like through the roof. So whenever I did work out, like I was running, and my recovery time, as far as like doing my push-ups and doing my exercises, was like, crazy. Like, I mean, I went through my exercises in like 15 minutes. It usually takes me at least like 30 or maybe 45, but I went through them in like 15, just knocking them out. So I was like, man, but the deficit, it put me at a deficit. It was like, I'm not myself. I'm a little too intense right now. I didn't earn this feeling. I didn't earn this. When you don't earn it, it messes with you. And you're like, man, this ain't the way. I was focused on me trying to get over the headache, and that took me away from the moment, from, life, from the pleasance, from the totality of, what's going on. I told myself, I said, I'm going to do this for about 2 weeks. Y'all could see it from last night, man. I was drained. I couldn't even think. I was just so tired because it was just pumping in my brain, like pump, 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 pump. And I was like, man, shit, man. I found success in this in the past. This is not my first time taking this. I took this in the past before. When I first started working out heavy, I took this and it gave me everything I was looking for. So I like consistency. So I was like, man, it never led me astray before. Let me try it again. And all the other times, different from the other times, I wasn't doing retention. The other times I was, still doing my thing, still, whatever. I kind of made this the curve so it could curve me, you know what I mean? It could give me that advantage. Even when it was like I could still live my lifestyle and I could still have the advantage of I could have my cake and eat it too. And that's what that kind of, provided for me, or at least gave me that sense. So I tried it differently. I was like, I'm eating the cake right now, you know what I mean? And I'm baking one right now. But let me put more icing on it. I was thinking like, yeah, I'm gonna do this for about 2 weeks. and I'm gonna see how I feel. Honor your feelings. And I was telling myself, I was like, Malik, don't confuse longevity with success. You know what I mean? Don't confuse longevity with success. If it don't work for you from day one, let it go. But yet, my ego was on a different page. My ego wasn't on the same page with my spirit. And the ego was like, man, look, man, you did it before. You know you can handle this shit. Go for it, man. Like, keep it going, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Shit. 2 months on this, man, you gonna be swole. You gonna be big as hell. And that may be so, but I was like coming out of deficit. I was like, damn, like, nigga, my head gonna hurt, nigga. I ain't really earn it. Like, you know what I mean? I was like, man, you go, you more patient than that. I know you patient than that. I know you better than this ego, and I need you. You know what I mean? Because without you, it ain't a whole picture. So we gotta get on the same page, ego. Because when the dust settles, it's gonna be, you know what I mean? All it is gonna be us. And we gotta have each other back. So, and you even got a choice in that: live for yourself or live for the service. I chose to do service. I was getting synchronicities talking about, like, I was looking at different angel numbers because whenever I do feel like that, I need, I be looking for direction. And I was looking at, the synchronicities, and they were saying, like, you're putting too much attention on the material world. You're putting too much attention on the material world. Different numbers were saying the same thing. I was like, man, like, what are they talking about? Like, I'm paying for my business right now, but and on the back end, I have like bought like two things. I bought this and two other items that I really don't need. I was just contemplating, like, the whole 2 months went down to 2 weeks. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna just try this out for 2 weeks. And then yesterday, when my head was still bumping, I was like, all right, I'm gonna try this for 3 days and see if the headache go away. And then yesterday, I wasn't being myself, and I was like, man, in the whole, the reason behind this is because I got the insecurity came from feedback of what I've been getting. Like, I'm low key, I'm getting up there. You know what I mean? I know, people say 20 views ain't nothing, but I mean, it's something to me. And I'm getting up there. I'm getting recognition. And it went back to the relationship aspect. I was like, wow, like, it's surreal right now. Like, how can I, the people, they feeling me. I don't want to let them down. Do something, let's take it up a notch. Let's do something different, you feel me? How could they, and it wasn't like how could they love me? But it was like, man, I don't want to let them down. Man, I don't want to, I don't want to fake the funk. Like, I want to keep it intimate. I want to keep it authentic. I want to keep it real. And with that being said, you're going to, for any of y'all, because y'all going to reach this in your life, you're going to reach a moment where you're going to have, like, recognition and a little bit of fame. And it's going to get to your head. You're going to be like, man, like, how can I hold it? Like, how can I, not let this go? What I need to change? And I took this route. I took this direction. It's like if you go to HBCU or any college and you join a fraternity, and it's like, boom, you get all this newfound, recognition, success, and you don't know how to handle it. So what do? Some people like to, oh man, you feel me? They get mad at them. They get mad at the attention. They'll go Hollywood on you. Yeah, that's right. I'm that nigga. You feel me? Yeah, that's it. And it'll be like, it's just really out of fear because, they don't know how to handle it. They don't know how to respond to that attention. And some other people, they'll change exactly who they are. They'll start going for the standard of society. They'll turn vegan. They'll start eating plant-based. They'll start getting more trendier. They'll start looking into things that everybody's a part of. They start joining different groups that doesn't model who they are or doesn't, it's not even their interest. They just know that these groups have a positive standing. You know what I mean? And positivity is subjective. You know what I mean? Who am I to say that the person in the person down south in the cornfield or in the peach field. You know what I mean? Who am I to say like that's not positive? You know what I mean? Positive is subjective. It's it's up to you. Whatever's positive in your life is positive to you, and keep it going. If it brings you happiness, success, abundance, prosperity, my nigga, man, you on the path. You on your way. You ask yourself like, how much longer can I hold their attention before they leave me? And it's already y'all, and it's just a thought that creates an insecurity. And the root of it is that, you need to love yourself more, appreciate yourself, see where you came from, see the leaps and the bounds that you made. You came a far way, brother. You came a far way, sis. You did well. You really put your foot down and made a choice, and you walked your path. Honor yourself. Tip the glass to yourself. Stay blessed. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you deserve it. You deserve the best. So, how do you respond to it? I would just say continue being you. Be honest with yourself. Be a little bit more vulnerable. Let them people know, like, hey, listen, this is new to me. You know what I mean? I appreciate the love. And, granted, I understand this comes with the territory. I'm not going to be able, I'm not here to fit an image. I don't have a savior complex. I don't have the, almighty thou. I'm just a soul that is doing my part. And I understand that, what we got going on right now and our lifestyles and our world is not what it is. You feel me? It's a better way. And it's my responsibility. You know what I mean? I am my brother's keeper. I am my sister's keeper. So I got to let y'all know that this shit ain't it. But we can do something about it. The world is ours and we can make a change. The time is now. So let's stand up and let's do what we got to do. Let's show the way for our children. Let's show the way for our sons. Let's show the way for our daughter. Let's create something new. Because we got it. I'm just here to let you know that only thing you got to do is heal, create, and believe in yourself. And everything out there is for you. You got it. You already won. It's already out there. Stay abundant. Stay focused. Stay prosperous. Stay joyful. In the face of adversity, that's when your faith comes up the most. When the odds are against you, that's when your godly state shows up the most. That's when you really show who you are. That's when you really stand up for what you believe in. So, with that being said, I believe in you. And believe in yourself. So, yeah, man, I'm about to take this thing back. That's where the insecurity came from. And honor your feelings. Don't confuse success with how long you stay in a relationship. And relationships is not just boy and girl or, between two people. It's about the relationship you have with yourself, the relationships you got with a substance, the relationships you got with anything. If it's not going towards your highest good, if it's not going toward the success of you and your betterment within your life, let that shit go. Let that shit go as soon as it gives you a hard time. Let that shit go because you deserve the best. You don't need to experience hell. Let that shit go. You owe it to yourself to live the best life. Set boundaries. You know what I mean? So I'm taking this shit back. And you know what I mean? And I'm taking this shit back and I'm going to get into, I think, I'm taking it up another notch. I'm going to just push myself when it comes to this physical shit. I'm going to run a little bit longer. I'm going to try to practice yoga. I'm going to practice yoga. I'm just taking it up a level, man. I'm taking my spirit up. You know what I mean? I'm cranking it. Little update, personal life. I got a new job with Wells Fargo yesterday. So I start May 4th and everything. So thank God, thank you. And I'm happy about that. You know what I mean? I'm proud and I'm blessed, man. In a time where, Jobs are scarce, or just in any time, on any timeline for real. And it's a blessing. Remember, don't let nobody act like they got it all together. If they do got it all together, they ain't got nothing to do with you. Remember, self love, be self centered, and from there, that's when you're gonna find true love. Be honest with yourself. If it ain't for you, if you get a different feeling, if it plays on your emotions, if it plays with your mentality, if it doesn't give you light, health, and strength, let that shit go. Let that shit go because you deserve the best. And with that being said, man, it's been Tuesday. It's been Tuesday, man. Y'all stay up, man. And love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I honor y'all. And continue to over here keep making leaps and bounds and making, making a way for others to shine your light. I'm a holla. Peace. What's good, y'all? Just came back from my run. To go off what I was talking about before, the way I love my Venus is in Virgo, and for anybody in astrology, Venus falls in Virgo. Venus doesn't do well in Virgo, so being that like the way I love is not it's analytical. The way I love is like it may be like it comes off or appears as tedious as you know. You gotta do this, you gotta do that, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. And I understand that, what I say, what I involve myself with in my lifestyle, it is it's for me. You know what I mean? It was a choice I made. And I'm not saying it was good or bad, granted, whatever you choose is what you choose. That's, at your discretion. Like I had a situation, right? Basically I had a partner of mine, he was telling me about the shorty that he was talking to. And he told me, he was like, I'm the individual. I like to live in the moment. I really like to live in the moment. That's my thing. So him and this girl that he started involving himself with, she was just like him. She said she liked to live in the moment as well. Now the girl, she already had it. She has a family. She has a husband and military, like got in the military. I think, I think maybe 4 years, 5 years in the game. We all heard the story. Got married, got started a family and everything, but the life wasn't, I think, what she expected and things of that sort. And I think she wanted, more excitement. So the girl, from what he tells me, that she ain't been married too long. She been married for about like maybe 2 years and I already got like 2 kids, right? And I told him, I said, I think you found your match. Like, he was like, what you mean? I was like, well, she likes to live in the moment too. She got a new career. She already got married, and as well, like, already got 2 kids. And relatively speaking, I feel like that's like, very close together and everything. And I'm the type of friend that'd be like, if she willing to step out and talk to you behind her husband back, what make you think she not gonna do that to you? Now, granted, whenever, my boy, now he just told me, man, I like this girl. I'm in love, you know what I mean? And, I'm like, yeah, you feel me? And I want the best for you. But, did you think about this? Did you think about that? Did you think about this? Did you think about that? When you come off like that, like, I understand. Like, he'll be in issues like, man, what the hell, Malik? Like, damn, bro, I ain't want, nigga, I'm in love. I want to feel in love. Why you gotta tell me that shit? Why you gotta put that thought in my head, man? Why you gotta, Like, come on, man, give me a break. And me, I'm like, damn, bro, like, I don't mean to, but I'm just saying, like, I've been in this situation. I've been, this has happened to me, and I don't want you to go through what I went through. You know what I mean? And I just, I'm kind of protecting you. I want to protect you. I want to protect you from that heartache. If you ain't got to go through it, I could, let you know what it's like. Maybe you could draw from my experience or whatever. So the thing is that, I could understand why people be like, man, fuck this nigga Leak. Fuck Leak, man. The hell, man. Why you always got to say some shit? Why you always got, nigga, ain't nobody ask you none of that. And that's the Venus and Virgo. We are so external on trying to better our partners, on our friendships, on our status, on our lifestyles, and in the Leo energy, I express it. As much energy as you can put externally, you put in internally. What do you see your faults at? You know what I mean? For lack of better words, where do you see where you can have more balance in? Where do you see where you can um, enrich your lifestyle in? Where do you see where you can see yourself becoming? And that's how you utilize, a Venus and Virgo. If you have this in your chart, I understand where you're coming from. The Virgo energy is somewhat chaotic because, it has the overthinking tendencies or whatever. But the thing is, it's not really chaotic. It's that in the Virgo energy, you could think under chaos. It's like your mind was built for that. It was groomed for that. It was made for that. When everything seems like it's going to shit, you're like at peace because you could just think through it. You know what I mean? You're like, okay, this, like that. So like my love is, to take responsibility over, the relationship, over my friends. And it's a duality to everything. It could come off controlling, or it could come off as, nurturing. But the thing is that you have to do the work. So, and, the Cancer energy, it helps out with that, with the nourishment. So the elements in my body, I got about fire, water, air, and earth. The fire is my sun, my Leo sun. The earth is my Virgo and Venus. The air is my moon and Aquarius. And the water is my Mercury, is my ascendant, my Cancer ascendant. And I got Mercury in Cancer. So, it's like the thing in my life is that I gotta master these elements. It's almost like the Avatar. Like I gotta master my elements and everything and become the Avatar. Understand all of them, get it, and like utilize it. I'm not a victim of my energies. I utilize my energies for the better of my lifestyle. I understand sometimes how it may come off, how, I may be a little bit hard, or I gotta, do this, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. And I understand people. Till next time, I'm gonna holler. Today was pretty chill, man. I got me the blender for my business and everything. So I went to Target, got a little blender, got an item. I tried to go back to the GNC, and they had a policy basically saying that I couldn't even return it. I just admitted to the COVID-19, you're not accepting returns. So I had a good friend call me tonight, and we talked for about 2 hours, and it was just real, insightful talking to her and everything. We talked about relationships, just anything under the sun, and I really didn't know it like that. Like, in college, we just seen each other in passing, and we always spoke with each other. She always treated me right, treated me well, and she gave me a holler tonight. Just wanted to talk, trying to see where my head was at. So I appreciate that, man. I appreciate the intimacy that we shared tonight. And if she's watching, just know I appreciate you, and thank you for that. Thank you for the opportunity. I'm gonna holler at y'all. Peace. April 22nd. You already know. Good morning. Hey, what we got going on today, Lee? About to go on this trail. About to walk this trail. I'm about to come back. I'm expecting a little piece of mail today. I think I got 2 things dealing with my business coming in the mail, and I got 2 other items for my personal life and everything. So new one in Taurus today, and I would, by the time you get this, you feel me, you're already gonna feel the remnants of it. But basically, it's just, Taurus, the energy of Taurus is like practicality, patience, cooperativeness, diligence, things of that sort. Taurus is associated with the animal sign bull, so they're very, headstrong. These are your underdogs, more so. They are patient, even though they don't like to be rushed. So, like the Taurus energy, they make friends very easily. They're very cool. They don't mind doing things on their own. actually they prefer doing things on their own, really self-made type of individuals. So, this energy, to me, my Leo energy, it's a square. So basically I have to learn. Well, I don't have to do anything, but it's going to put me in a space where just by default I'm learning. And I kind of see that because, like, I think, like, like even last week, I was a little bit more like boom, but now it's more like practical. Oh, yeah, too. The Taurus energy is very practical. So, yeah, it's teaching me to be more practical personally. Um, it's not to say that, you don't be yourself and everything be yourself. It's just, you know, that's just what it is. That's just what's going on right now. So, you could learn from it or you could not, but it's everything's a spectrum, and you can be versatile as you want. You can have all the aspects about you as you want. You feel me? You can be whatever. That's the whole that's what abundance is you can't analyze abundance. You can't analyze something that's infinite. You know what I mean? You just gotta take it as it is and grow within it. So with that being said, yeah, I think that's about it. I think I'm gonna just start watching my Black AF. I mean, Black as fuck. So I really appreciate it. That joint is good. That joint is just good. Oh yeah, I really rock with it. Um, yeah, I like the style of it. I'm a holla. Peace. What's happening? It's me. It's your boy. I came back. Live, direct. What's happening? We back. Excuse the hiatus. So last week around I think it was like Wednesday, I was jogging and my phone fell out of my pocket and it cracked. And then to make matters worse, while it fell out, I ran right over it. So I busted the whole screen. It was like glass shattered. And I got the Motorola Z4. You know what I mean? So I'm popping. Other than that, like the whole screen is like glass, so I couldn't get no access to it. Therefore, I couldn't put out a week a week video. I couldn't put out a video, and I just got it back today. So this happened about last. This happened Monday. Yeah, this happened Monday last week, and I paid. I paid close to almost $200 to get the screen fixed, and that was on Tuesday, and I'm just now getting it back, and today's Thursday. So a lot has happened since then. My peoples, they helped me out. They gave me a little laptop, so that's how I was able to like keep up with my social media and things of that sort. As well as provide entertainment for myself and get my work done. I started a new job. Some of y'all may know I started a new job Monday. This upcoming Monday, so I'm excited about that. Today, I'm gonna say that for this current week video, so I'm gonna be putting out 2 videos this week. But this video is gonna be attributed to week 4, and then I'm gonna start from Thursday to Friday, which is crazy. And it's gonna be this last week this video is gonna be attributed to week 5, and the video whatever it's gonna be like week 6, so it's gonna be like real short. Week 6 is only gonna have like Thursday, Friday on it. So yeah, I finally made a lot of purchases, and excuse my shirt, I'm just coming in from running. I made a lot of purchases dealing with my business, so it's really looking up. It's manifesting, and it's coming down to fruition. It's becoming dense. I've been doing a lot of like thinking as far as my financial literacy and, just what I had to show for my, the stimulus check was like, it was okay and everything, but I could have done better. But, thank God, through circumstances, I came into some more funds, but, these are allocated towards like my manifestations and me practicing financial discipline. My mind's a lot more clear right now. It's just been clearer. I've been taking, it day by day. Still continuing with my positive affirmations. Getting in contact with more people. I've been spreading love, just spreading, abundance, and as well, receiving, the give and take, the law of attraction. I've just been practicing being in the present. It's really nothing, you know, too crazy or, anything out the way. It's just, your boy is over here, I'm living, you know what I mean? Living with a purpose and not being blind by, just my feelings or the heat of the moment, just kind of being practical and keeping focused and moving accordingly. I just heard one of my favorite verses yesterday, man. It took me back. It was Gunplay off of Power Circle. Man said, "It's all on me now. As you can see now, I'm gonna get this money and now will not be D now. But shitting on you fucks a long time to pee now. When you finish first, I hate your worst, starting to see now. I'm at the round table, where your seat at? Where your plate? Where your lobster? Where your sea bass? We ain't never left. Acting like we back. You should see us now taking pictures. Acting like we rap. This a circle out of murky blackout. Short circuit. Somebody show them square ass niggas the first exit. This here reserved for soldiers most definitely. So watch where you say and where you step more carefully. If I fall in the field and ain't no more F for me, post them on the ground and put one in there F for me. Tell my enemies fuck them, they know already, but fuck them. Tell them again with a middle finger in the chuck out high. You don't know, nah nigga, nope, This famous that'll still throw copper. Cross so heavy, crack the tabernacle. 5 guns tobacco. Throw some blow on my tobacco. To crank the lack up. 1 match left. Come on, man. That nigga's preaching gospel, nigga. What you mean? I'm getting infatuated with Iceberg Slim. I think I'm gonna read that Pimp book and everything, man. His mentality is crazy, man. His whole book was saying not how to be a pimp, but his allure was so damn strong that it enticed everybody, all the readers, to want to become exactly what he was telling them not to be. He was just saying that, by the time you hit a certain age, you're going to see that your foundation rests upon the radical mindset of your women, you know what I mean, or your horse or your stable, whatever you want to call them, man. Like, you feel me, the unpredictable of them. And, the thing is that the master is predictable, the student is always unpredictable. So whenever, you're with the master and everything, your actions, your intentions are predictable. People can almost say exactly what you're going to say because, one, you're of discipline. The student is always unpredictable. They don't know what they're going to do. Every moment's the heat of the moment, you know what I mean? Granted, it's always good to live in the present, but if you don't have any foundations or morality or a system to help you succeed or help you manifest, you might always fall victim to, one, your emotions, your circumstances, and always might be, going in the lieu of victimhood. And you'll never, that just creates heartbreaks, and that creates a lot more pain for yourself, more than what you have to go through. You will get to your space, you will get to your abundance, you will get to your prosperity, but it'll draw it out longer than what you expected. You might not even get it in this lifetime. You might have to go through, another lifetime to, get your lesson. But, some things is necessary if you're willing to just learn from others. So what he was teaching was basically that, the student is always unpredictable. His line of work, you got to break a bitch. And when you break them, he used to be with a coat hanger. It used to be when you was a pimp, man, you had a hoe. You know what I mean? When you get on a mind, you go across her head with a coat hanger and you beat her. You keep beating her. You beat her to the point where you think she gonna kill her. She think you gonna kill her. And once you believe that she thought that you was gonna kill her, you give her some pills or whatever, you feel me? You run her a bath, you put her in the bath, you bathe her and everything, you give her some pills, whether it be Xanaxes and anything, and she forgets how bad she was beaten because the love that you gave to her after the beating was so more, deeper or profound to her. You know what I mean? So you become her savior. It's a fucked up mentality trick, but it's like, you get it. And Charles Manson was almost like that too as well. But Charles Manson, he didn't, and the thing with Iceberg Slim, he didn't beat them. It was more so his words. Your words are powerful. Your mentality is powerful. You feel me? That's why it's so important to know yourself. You got to be honest with yourself. You got to be honest with yourself, and you got to know what your true intentions is. Because I'm not saying that those individuals are out there to manipulate you or to take advantage of you, but understand self-love is self-love. And in order to manifest what you want, you have to be self-centered first. In order for that to happen, you got to be honest with yourself. If you're always doing things for everybody else, just with the intentions to think that, oh, you're the most romantic or you're the most thoughtful or you're the most mindful person, but you always go home feeling defeated, then you played yourself. You got to take care of your own investments, your own intentions, your own livelihood, your own thought processes. You have to take responsibility of that. So the thing is that, Iceberg Slim, he was teaching that, damn, man, I done got this stable full of women. Man, why is it that your daughter is with me? Why was it your daughter with me? You know what I mean? These are your daughters that went for the killing, as Charles Manson would say. You're over here you're a composite of everybody's ideals and thought processes. You got paint on your face, and you over here, don't know exactly who you are. You throw your daughter out there in the wild, you throw your sons out there in the wild with no preparation, no intentions. You just follow the loo. And then you wonder why they come back with their hands open. And then if they didn't teach you, if somebody else got to them first, or somebody else showed them stability or showed them spirituality, you know what I mean, with ill will, then they fall victim. They don't even know what got them. So you got to understand, man, it's individuals out here. It's individuals like me out here. You know what I mean? The difference is that it's a choice. You're either going to be a service to others or you're going to be a service to yourself. And even when you're being a service to others, that's a duality. It can be a negative or a positive. Or being a service to others with the intentions for them to follow you, for them to give you praise, aka narcissism. Or you over here giving it all you got and laying your foundation down, write your name in the sand and, boom, let your legacy speak. Or you're going to be living for self and, granted, do everything you got to do. You might piss some people off, but you leave the foundation for your family to succeed. Or you over here do everything for yourself and don't leave anything for your children. Don't leave no ideas for your family. Don't prepare them at all. The thing is, for every parent is to prepare your child to become a parent, to become an adult. It's all about preparation. With any loved one, that's the difference between a pimp or polygamy or a relationship. In a relationship, you don't come through with expectations. You don't come through with obligations. You come through with an agreement that say, I want us to share our lives together. I want us to become the best versions of each other. You know what I mean? Yes, it's going to be setbacks and dismays or what may be perceived as that, but it's always going to go attributed to our growth. Not to get disappointed. They said that my phone was going to be done Tuesday. I went in there Wednesday. It still wasn't done. I done fussed the boy out. I resorted to emotional blackmail and saying that I got a job interview coming up, things of this sort coming up. Y'all said it was Tuesday. What happened? Now, the lesson in that is always get the benefit of the doubt. If you're not willing to go into a situation, if you're not willing to understand that you may hear no, you're already set up for the kill. You're already set up for the fail. So it's like, you know what I mean? How could I do that differently? Oh, it's not finished? Okay, well, appreciate you letting me know. See, the thing is that I'm learning from them. In my business, if somebody tells me a date, I'm going to follow up on that date and let them know that, hey, listen, it's taking more time than expected. Woody woo. Sorry for the inconvenience. See, that's something that I could take, and that's something that I can learn. That's a positive in me. That's something that that'll be within my guidelines pertaining to my business. That's something that they didn't do. It's not my obligation or my responsibility to let them know that they should do it this way. I just learned, silence is golden. Just peep game. Like, okay, I wouldn't do my business like that, but I see how y'all rocking. And not to be like, you know, y'all fucked up, but, you know, it could have been better. Straight up. So I learned from that, but, you know, it's like, you know, granted, don't resort to emotional blackmail when things don't work out your way. And that's just taking responsibility. But yeah, man, I'm looking at that. The only reason I was looking at Charles Manson, just to say I'm not, is like I've been watching Mindhunters on Netflix, and it's a pretty great show. And like they are very intuitive. Like these guys are very like intelligent, and it's like they put a lot of emphasis on the id. And we all learned this before. If you ever seen the movie like, forgot it's about something with the flies or something like that. It's like your kids get stranded on an island and no parents, and it's like the id, the super ego, and the id, the ego, and the super ego, something like that. It's like the three constructs of like of your mind, because you know, yeah, because we're multidimensional creatures, you know, mind, body, and spirit. But then they say it's three constructs of the mind alone. And you got the id, the ego, and the super ego. So I think the serial killers, what they were doing was just putting a lot of emphasis on the id, and they were saying that this is who you are without giving, you know, the part of, you know, this is everything is a duality and everything. But they were so intelligent in their approach, you feel me? And then around that time, a lot of things were just resurfacing. It felt almost like this time. It's like, you know, like in the Woodstock era in the 50s and the 60s, there was a lot of spirituality. You know, people will call that the hippies, but now, you know, then the World War went on and everything. Actually, that's what kind of spawned that age of spirituality was the World War. And what's kind of spawning this spirituality upheaval is, you know, the coronavirus and things of that sort. So, I mean, it's just crazy how history can play a part and kind of repeat itself, but it's just different. But just understanding, like, okay, like this was happening, so you know what I mean, and whatever it died down, and they were like visionaries just within the thought process. And I'm not giving positive. I'm not saying that they were positive, but positively they believed what they thought was right, and they were able to articulate it. And that's what I'm saying. Everything at that point becomes a preference. And it's like they preferred to go that route, and you prefer to go this route. They prefer to do harm on the people and to feel their id and to fulfill their ego. You know what I mean? And they disguised it or masked it as love for self or love. And you know, love is not, love is many things. And who am I to say that that's not love? But at the same token, that's the choices that they made and the choices that I made. And I'm not rationalizing behavior. Well, maybe I am. I'm not rationalizing what they did, but it makes sense. It makes sense. And you have to understand that morality and all that shit is, it goes out, it's a thin line. It's a really thin line. But I didn't mean to even go into that rant, dude. Dude, it's been a minute. Damn, man. It's been a fucking minute. But, man, y'all stay up. Peace. Good morning. What's happening? What's happening? It is, Friday, May 1st. Welcome to the new month of May. You know what's going on, man. We out here on the astrological pretense. They're saying that May is supposed to be a karmic month. If you've been sowing good seeds, it's going to be you'll see the fruits of your labor. Take it with a grain of salt. Not telling you what to do, but you know, if you're into that kind of stuff, you know, I say you look into it. Hooked up with my homeboy last night. Shout out to Alex. We got up together, man. Caught up, man. It was good. He a father now. Beautiful daughter. Lovely family. You know, and he doing. You know, I'm just happy for him. Doing pretty good for himself, man. A lot of my peers, you know what I mean, we really coming into adulthood, man. And it's a beautiful thing. Like we young, like don't get me wrong, like we young, you know what I mean. But at the same token, it's like we there. Like it's like it's grind. It's grind time. It's growth time. It's growth time. Like we here, man. I also want to start investing in cryptocurrency. It's XRP is what I'm looking at. EOS is what I'm looking at. and Ethereum is what I'm looking at, and as well for gold stocks, I'm looking into B2 Gold. The reason I bring up these stocks is because like when I looked at Money Man, when I looked at the live that night, he said Ethereum, he said XRP, he said EOS, right? I'm looking at Brother Polite live on Instagram. Brother Polite talking to a young boy. Brother Polite said the same thing. He brought up Ethereum, XRP. I ain't say anything about EOS though. I'm really into synchronicity. So I'm like, okay, damn, like, this is the second time I done heard this shit. Whenever you hear like stuff like that, like 2 times, 2, 3 times, that's a gift that your angels is giving to you. That's a gift. Like gifts don't just come in just material. Gift comes in like thought forms. They come in ideas. They come in, they come in manifestations. They come in people. History has a tendency to repeat itself. Like you can even see it in like spirituality now. The last time spirituality was like in the forefront or as a frontier of the upheaval was back in the 50s. It was back when it was Woodstock. I think that was 60s and everything, and that's like after the World War. The World War triggered spirituality, and that's when you had like the hippie culture, the Beatles culture, things of that sort. And people were just learning spirituality. People were learning like, okay, we're not our bodies, like we're spirits in bodies and things of that sort. And right now, it's just like repeating itself. It's the coronavirus that's triggering spirituality. But even before the coronavirus, it was already like a spiritual debate. Honestly, if you was like into the community or just like if you were really, if you paid attention, if you seen it, spirituality has been debatable for the past like maybe good 2 years now. Good 2, 3 years, and people have been kind of waking up. And I'm not saying that those who follow the religion are asleep or anything, but for those that that like seeing spirituality, it was like a wake up call for them. It made sense to them and things of that sort. And me personally, I'm spiritual. I'm not necessarily into the religion, but I'm not gonna neglect my religion. I'm not gonna neglect religion. Because it taught me, attributes. It taught me public speaking. It taught me how to be relatable. It taught me diplomacy. It taught me how to cooperate, to be fair. To be confident. It allowed me to exercise, my abilities, and and it showed me. It introduced me to like love and gratitude and thoughtfulness and being mindful in different walks of life and different peoples and community engagement, public speaking, cookouts, growing up with, friends and things of that sort, people in your age group. Like it was a gift. Like it granted me those opportunities to like live through that. So I'll never like, show my ass to religion, because religion is, just a culture of religion is like it's dope. It's insightful, but it's your responsibility. Study to show thyself approval. Knowing is half the battle. If you know yourself, if you understand you have a constellation within you, allow your sign to work for you. Like, Like, and some placements are so deep, so thorough. Like, I have Saturn in the ninth house. Saturn in the ninth house said that it was going to be restrictions in my education. You're going to receive most of your education, most of your learning in the outside world. Things of that sort. Like, yeah, that's made through the streets or, through your relationships, but really not so much in the classroom, not so much in the textbook. It makes sense if you know my story as far as like my education. I went to college 2012, I graduated 2019. I got in trouble, kept going, I went back, got in trouble, I went back, I dropped out, went back. Through the course of me going back, going forward, going back and forth, not every time was my money being up. Some people like, my parents, they looked out for me, they paid for me. Let me figure it out. Let me gather myself. Let me become stable, become whatever, and then come back. I would have owed a lot less money. It's a duality to everything. Just because your astrological says this may happen, the destination or the route to get there, it's going to be up to you whether it be easy or it be
difficult.
What's good, y'all? So I had a thought. I had a conversation with a friend of mine, and we were talking about the art of war. And basically, the art of war is like, it's an ideology talking about, whenever you're in war, like, the mental gain of it, the strength, everything that comes with it, all the components. So, you know, I we were talking, and I asked him, I said, what would life be like if you knew you already won? You know what I mean? Like, if you knew you already won the battle, like, what would life, look like? And then, we talked about it. And basically, this is just for anybody out there. It's like, you know what I mean? You can go to, we already know, like W.E.B. Du Bois said it, like, the economy of like the Negro, like having like the mask on, having the white voice or having the black voice going out until, the world and everything. You got to put the mask on and everything. But I just want to express that, granted, with, you already won. The thing is, with humanity, we mirror each other. So you're a reflection of me and everything. Now, granted, and thou too, vice versa. Now, if they're upset or dismayed and everything, you feel me? The power that you have in that situation is how you respond. So granted, showing empathy, showing humanity, showing, like being humanitarian, being empathetic, understanding them, you know what I mean, relating. So if somebody expresses their pain to you, their dismay, and, it's like you be patient, understand and everything. Now, this is where the magic comes in. It's like how you respond. Like, I understand what you're going through, vice versa. It does suck. And if this happened to anybody, of course, I would too, and have reacted just as such. Just understand that it gets better. Understand that X, Y, and Z can lead to A, B, and C. If you allow yourself to do this, if you allow yourself to heal, and things of that sort. So your words are direct manifestations, are almost like it's like magic. It's a spell, but it's almost like you're influencing the nature of the pain within them and transmuting it to like strength. You know what I mean? So you're just planting seeds in the people. So with that being said, what if you already knew that you already won? You know what I mean? The battle's already won. You just gotta walk that path. Now, it's easy. People will say that's easier said than done because, granted, it's like, okay, I'm not just gonna wake up the next morning and be like, oh well, I don't have any problems. Oh yeah, well, great. Everything's peaches. Nah, it's not gonna be like that. The reason why the construct of pain, of misery, is embedded in one's mind or one's soul is due to repetition, due to the repeating thoughts and agreeing with those thoughts, saying like, damn, I'm less, damn, I'm lacking, damn, I should have did this, better, and things of that sort. The thing is that with that much repetition, just as much as that repetition, you need as well repetition of positive affirmations. I am great. I am kind. I am empathetic. I am beautiful. I am blessed. I am willing. I am able. I am secure. I am important. I am willing. I am able. I am intelligent. I am wise. And when you do that, you put the magic within yourself, aka you take your power back. So it's like whenever you start to, when you start to practice these things, you can't let up on it. And I've spoken, I've expressed this before, is, it's the nigga mentality. That mentality is saying, lack and this and that, and then your actions follow up and give substance to that thought. Now, if you over here have positive affirmations, then you're saying it to yourself. Then that creates opportunity for you to show it to yourself. So, you go ahead and then the action follows the thought process. The deed follows the thought, and then boom, you have a manifestation. Now it's no longer like, oh, I'm just talking to myself. It's like, oh, like this shit real. I'm really becoming who I think I am because the action's over here providing the facts, and now it's becoming valid. Your pain is already valid. Your joy is already valid. your feelings are valid enough as it is. Don't let nobody take that away from you. Don't say that, you're fake or you're this or you're that. You're valid to feel any way you want to. Those are a blessing. That's the indicators on which direction to move. It's to indicate only the trajectory of where you're going. If you're over here going more up, and relatively speaking, everything is so relative. But if you're in the spectrum of light, positivity, and everything, you could see that through the feelings. And the feelings is an indicator of the trajectory of the spirit, whether you're vibrating high or whether you're vibrating low. So whenever you do that, you have to do the self-work too. But understand that the constructs that you placed already in yourself, the programming that's been placed on this earth and what we've agreed to is so repetitive. It's a lot of repetition. So just be mindful that what you're about to embark upon is going to be, not the easiest thing, but it's worth it. So you got to over here allow yourself to become free. Allow yourself to break free from the constraints and the mind trickery and the, lack of better words, the fuckery of like, what, we've been placed in and what we've been, taught and things of that sort. As far as saying that, oh, you better not do this. You need to come off, I don't want to over here be too proud. I don't want to be too confident. I just want to be low key and be decent and, and everything like that. You know what I mean? And that's all good and dandy. But granted, if this is your life, man, if you want to live it, be grand, if you want to be great, if you want to, show your tail feather, peacock a little bit, I get it. You know what I mean? Just know too much of anything is bad for you. You know what I mean? But allow yourself to be great. Allow yourself to show love to yourself. Allow yourself to love yourself. You know what I mean? Like, and it's deeper than just getting, a massage. You're going to the spa. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's a representation of loving yourself. That's your action about it. But, granted, you could be like, well, you got to be honest. Like, do you want to break or do you want to change? And if you want to break, then go ahead, go to that spa and everything. Or take, one day out of the 29 days or out of 365 days where you're telling yourself you ain't this and that. And then you show yourself only on your birthday who you really are. Every day should feel like your birthday. Every day should feel like I'm the greatest, I'm the best, you know what I mean? Or, I'm loving, I'm kind, I'm willing, I'm able, I'm secure, I'm content, I'm positive, I'm thankful, I'm grateful. Every day should feel like that. You know what I mean? You shouldn't just play yourself and just put it as on one day or 2 days out the year, Christmas and your birthday. You know what I mean? You should always, allow yourself to be loving, but you got to make that agreement with yourself first. AKA, you got to take your power back. So, basically, what we talked about is if you, in the art of war and everything, it's already, you got an opponent. You're trying to conquer somebody. You're trying to conquer the situation, the circumstance. But what if you already knew you already won? You know what I mean? How would life look like? The thing is, when people over here try to get in an argument with you or try to get quick with you, you know what I mean? Be like, you're not fighting me. You're fighting yourself because I've already won. You know what I mean? It's already here for me. I'm off my path. I did the work. I'm continuing to do the work. You know what I mean? Like, and with this being said, this just allows me the opportunity to do the work again and keep on doing the work and to change the thought process and to remind you that we all are reflections of each other, the highest ideals of each other. So this is an opportunity. This is a blessing for me. And that's what separates a winner from, more said, the misinformed. So it's like, just, remind yourself, man, to be easy on yourself. Be honest with yourself. You know what I mean? I took the route that was always hard on myself, and then I figured that, it's like, it's not about being hard or easy on yourself. It's just about being honest with yourself. You know what I mean? And what I like about this, shit, man, if you ask, like, man, it's a savagery that come with this, man. Like, I always, like, I always used to think, like, man, people used to think they so tough. Like, you know what I mean? They so tough. oh man, I kill that nigga, I shoot that nigga, man. You know what I mean? If people think they tough, you be the first one. Your feelings get hurt, you be the first one to call somebody a bitch. You'll be first one over here talk shit about somebody. Try to throw dirt up on their name and you think you're tough. You think you're tough because granted, you know, over here, you know, shit, you wear your heart on your sleeves, you step on anybody's neck. You willing to goddamn fire on a nigga first. You willing to goddamn, you know, square up first and everything. You think you're tough. You know what I mean? But meanwhile, when it come to your demons, when it come to your pain and everything, what you do, you resort to the bottle. You resort to, you know, Twitter fingers and everything, talking shit. You resort to, you know, masking it through another fucking substance and everything, rather than just being honest and looking the devil in his eyes and saying that, hey man, shit, it's either you gonna work with me or you gonna get out of my way. So granted, you know what I mean? It's like that's the spirit that I respect. That's the spirit that, you know, I'm implementing, I'm reminding, you know, that's what we got all in all of us. So it's not about, you know, like, and that's why I fell in love with this. Like, you know what I mean, spirituality, because it's a savagery that come with this shit. If you willing to do the work, you know, people, they look at themselves and they be like, man, this shit look like it's gonna be hard. And now the niggas be like, it was hard. You damn right, but it's worth it. So I mean, you know, like, do, you know what I mean, do the work, bro. Stop running from it. If you think you're tough, man, you think you're bad, you know what I mean, do that shit. Cause all that other shit, all that cap, you know what I mean, all that, oh, niggas is bitches, niggas is fake, like, all that shit, man, that's out the window. What about you? What you doing? What's the changes you made in your life? You know what I mean? How thorough are you gonna be when the dust settles? Like, what's up? Let me hear it. Better yet, show it. Show yourself. If you're gonna be a victim, you might as well be your own hero. So I mean, it's like, man, just allow yourself to understand and come with the territory. So man, you know, it's out there for you, bro. You gonna walk your path, whether it be this lifetime, next lifetime, man. But you know what I mean, walk it. Be proud of it, man. Be proud. It's your path. Ain't nobody on the earth, ain't nobody in singularity in the universe or in life is you. They don't have everything about you is you, and that's amazing. You know what I mean? You got something to bring to the table that we ain't never seen, literally. So, like, you know, you know what I mean? You know, love your growth, love the process and everything, because when it's all said and done, man, you did it. And can't nobody take that away from you. And can't nobody give you that. So, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Do your thing, bro. I'm a holler, man. Peace. Good, y'all. We back. 30 degrees, way too cold. Hold on tight. Well, I see you at the show tonight. I linked up with my mom today. Helped her out with, you know, running a couple of errands. Found out my brother moved into a new apartment and everything, so proud of him. Miles, he coming down tomorrow, you know, so, you know, say he just got done with his studies and everything. Everything worked out. Miles coming down, so the whole family about to be, you know, back together again. Back together again, reunited again. We all cheer. What's really on my mind is that, man, it's like, the manifestation is like, it's getting real. It's getting real, man. Like, it's crazy. It just all started off as a thought process, and it's like really coming down to it. Like, it's really about to pop. I mean, I gotta do the work, of course, but like the tools and everything is like right there. The ideas and the thought process and like the, you know, like the downloads is like, boom, do this, it's gonna work out. The universe is saying, all right, if you really want it, then granted, put all your tools on the table. It can be scary and everything, but it's just how you look at it. It can either be scary or exciting, you know what I mean? And to live a life to say I at least tried it, I feel a lot better than saying like, oh, I was too scared to even attempt it. So, you know what I mean? It's coming together. and I'm excited. I just can't wait to show y'all, you know, what I had cooking up in my head, you know, these past months and everything, and then just, you know, going public with it. I think I'm gonna go public with it in June. Production time is gonna be May, so I'm excited for y'all to just, hopefully y'all rock with it and everything, and, you know, shit, you know, and aside from that, I'm open to collabing. I'm open to collaborations, working with other people, from help with advocating and promotions, things of that sort, advertisements. You know what I mean? Let's work together. So I'm excited, man. It's about to really go down for real. It's been a grind. Still get, you know, temptations. Do what you used to do and everything, you know. I mean, whenever you get bored, it's either, you know, you stick with, you know, the path, or you backslide and everything. And I can't let, you know, I choose not to let up, man. I choose to, you know what, whenever I'm faced with like that type of thought process or that energy or that urge, I just remind myself, is that my highest thought? Is that my highest representation of myself? Is that like my highest choice? Or my high, you know? And if it's not, then I'd be like, nah, you know, can't, will not. You know what I mean? And man, sometimes I just, at times I go to sleep. Man, I go to sleep and everything, man. Just throw everything, put the phone on the charger, throw everything away from me, put on the heater. You know what I mean? Just like go to sleep. And by the time I wake up, take a little nap. Whatever was, you know, tempting or urgent, that subsided. I keep reminding myself, it's only been a couple months, you know what I mean? And it ain't been that long. And I feel I covered, you know, I feel I covered ground. I did, I have. And I'm thankful and I'm grateful for the opportunity, and I'm positive about what I got going on and everything. And I don't want to fuck that up. You know what I mean? And not to say, even if the case where I chose to not choose my highest ideal, it'll just attribute to my learning process. But you know, if you ain't got to go through something, if you ain't got to go through that learning process, then, you know, just stick with it. And then, you know, the universe will work out. AKA, you'll find new ideas to try to manifest and things of that sort. Other things keep you busy. A new job, a new love life. You know what I mean? You ain't got to go through the same karmic situations. You can apply what you learned and your discipline onto your new endeavors and accelerate even faster than what you expected. And that right there alone would just transmute any negative emotion or any thought patterns that hinder you or things of that sort. And you'll find, you know, the abundance and the love within yourself. And, you know, it's going to be to your legacy. Like, you're going to actually become the best version of yourself. Glad I got my phone back, got the screen fixed and everything. This shit was busted. And, yeah, God bless, man. Y'all stay up. Peace.